I was sleeping in bed and I heard the sound of police cars and I saw red and blue lights in my room. There was just a lot of confusion on what was going on. I see another police officer who tells me that I need to come with him and that everything will be okay. And I ask him what's happening with my parents, and he says they're being taken under arrest. I see both my parents being taken under arrest. I saw other police officers that did this same thing with my other sisters, and they were also like crying excessively. I see my dad in a police car and he was just looking away. He was not looking at us, trying to figure out where we were. It felt like he almost forgot about us. I was just worried about my parents. I was worried if it was my fault that that stuff was happening. I asked if I could pack my stuff, and he said, "I'll pack that stuff later, but you have to come with me for right now." We got split into separate police cars and we were taken into shelters where I did not see my mom or dad for 1 or 2 days. In the next 18 months, I would be relocated 5 more times. I transitioned schools a lot, and being a kid who has been in foster care and had to move 5 different homes, which means 5 different school districts, and it just made it incredibly difficult to make close friends and to be able to talk about my life. It feels like every time I talk to somebody about my life, I get made fun of because they thought they've never had a friend who has been in foster care or even really had no parents that can support them. One thing this generation can do to be more helpful to people like me who are in foster care, just listen to them, and you don't even have to talk to them, just listen to them and be understanding, because when I experienced my time in foster care, it felt like no one really cared. I am JP and I am one of 1,000.
I love it that at Circle of Care, although we are the largest private provider of foster care services in the state, We also really are working towards a day when foster care isn't necessary, when every family in Oklahoma has all the resources they need to stay together. I am hopeful that your generation is going to help us get to that goal. You can help us this year by joining us in Life by 1,000 Churches. Our goal is to get 1,000 church youth groups to come together to care about the kids that are in foster care in your community and to do one event to raise $500. That's it. And if 1,000 churches do that, that's $500,000 going towards kids like JP and my daughters who have experienced some of the most awful things in their young lives because they've had to be separated from their families and because they've experienced abuse and neglect. Please, please be a part of the solution. If I had one thing to say to your generation, I would say fix the problems that we haven't fixed yet. You have an opportunity as a young person to decide what your life path is going to be. Maybe you'll be a social worker. Maybe you'll be a therapist. Maybe you'll be somebody who figures out how to resource families so that foster care doesn't have to exist anymore. Be a part of the solution. Be a part of 1,000 Churches.